Hello, folks. I don't know who's here. Apologies for the delays. I was actually trying to make it work. But it appears that I am. I'm live. If I'm looking to the left, I'm just basically keeping an eye on the chat to see who's here. There is a slight delay on the screen, but that's okay. We've done it. I've managed to make a live work. At least I know how to do it now. Next time I might go all fancy and try and use the webcam. That's only going to end. Hello, Timberwolf. Timbersurf, sorry, Timberwolf. Timbersurf, thank you, sir. Welcome to the stream. You are the very first, as you should be. I managed to get it working. I can't believe it. I managed to sync it all up. Fantastic. We'll get a few people in and then we will make a start on the subjects of the night. Whilst I have you as a captive audience, Tim, green screen. Oh, well, you see, this is how I do the screen. We do have green screen, but I don't yet have the technology to put pictures behind. But I thought it'd be really good one day to have a car running over me or, you know, some sort of disaster thing going on. That could be fun. But yeah, so this is for green screen, but it also hides an awful lot. So that's rather useful. What I thought was, I've actually scheduled another one for 2 weeks today. Rather than do them every week, it's going to be a bit easier to do it one every 2 weeks to start with. And we'll see. At the moment, it's just you and me, unless there's lots of silent people in there. Is there anybody else? Is it just 3 of us? At the moment, it's Timbersurf, me, and the hat. We're going to be trying some catchphrases on this channel to try and get people thinking about the channel and the products that we do. So, for example, I am going to get various people to say, "Here, are you looking at his Enwins?" That is going to be our catchphrase. Are they? I didn't know they were doing it tonight. Oh, dear. Oh, well, that's it. I'm dead in the water. I didn't know they were streaming tonight. Oh, dear. Right. Well, that's put paid to me, I think. Should we give it a few more minutes? Right. Well, you see, I don't watch Donegal Dad, so I'm not subscribed to Donegal Dad, so I'm going to cross over with somebody. So it's always going to be a problem. This is true. This is true. Should we plow on with the order of the day, and you can sort of give me some kind of feedback? Because what I don't want to do is sort of see. I want to I thought about days, right? I thought about Sunday, but if I've got a show, I'm often on a Sunday. I thought about Monday, but Monday, if I've done a show, I'm usually really bad. Oh, thank you. This is the mobile phone. Oh, I forgot. We can have light as well. Should we try light? This is the really blinding light, and then we've got the not so blinding light. How's that? Is that better? Yeah, Monday is Jenny, and the thing with Monday is also I can't always see Jenny because if I've done a show, I am absolutely wiped out. Then we've got Tuesday. I put my YouTube videos on. I don't want to get confused between the lives and the YouTubes, and that means I want to have a gap between them. So Wednesday's out. Friday, if I'm going to a show, I'm setting up at the show. Saturday, I could be at the show. Sunday, I could be at the show. That leaves Thursday. So that's the reason why I thought of Thursday. And I thought of 8 o'clock because people have had their tea, they're rested up, and so on and so on. So anyway, so I will begin with the news of the day, which isn't today. This is news from last Friday. But as an agent of Rapido at Enwins, it's only right that I pass this on because I have some customers who have placed pre-orders for these. But Rapido have put out a statement, and I have to say, hats off to them. This is really brave. But Rapido put out a statement saying that the Andrew Barclay Fireless, things don't always go to plan. They said, and I'll read the full statement. As many of you will have seen, we received decorated samples of our fireless locomotives a few months ago. These were subjected to our usual checking process and were passed for final production and shipping. Sadly, these locomotives have now arrived in the UK and been through our extensive quality control inspections. Sadly, we have taken the decision to return all these models to our factory as a number of issues have been identified. These issues were not present on the decorated samples. This is not a decision we have taken lightly, and we all share your disappointment that these models will take longer to arrive with our fellow modelers. We want to offer you the best models, and we felt these models did not live up to that expectation, and we would rather deal with the disappointment of a delay than the disappointment of an unsatisfactory model. At present, we do not know when they will be rectified and returned, but we promise to keep you informed as and when we have further news. On behalf of the whole team at Rapido, we offer our apologies for this unexpected delay. Now, to be fair to Rapido, that's very brave. It would be so easy to say, oh, they've got a common fault. We'll just set them out. If people notice, quality control can sort it, get them out the door. They could have done that. That's the easy way. The hardest way and the most expensive way is to do exactly what they yeah, no, they don't come with a flickering firebox. That may have been one of the faults, or a chimney or something like that. Yeah, or a diesel soundtrack. I don't know what the fault was. They didn't mention, and to be honest, the fact that they're sending it back to be rectified means the fault doesn't matter. The problem is you've got to realize the timescales. You've got to get it back into a crate. You've got to get it to the docks. You've then got to schedule it onto a container because it wasn't scheduled before. Then you've got to get that container onto a ship, and you've got to send it back to China, which can take up to a month, maybe longer at this time of year when the weather's getting worse. Then it's got to be scheduled in to be rectified. They've got to be rectified, checked at the other end, parceled up, put on a pallet, sent back to the UK, another month at sea. So it's a case of, yeah, I know there's lots of empty ships going to China, but to be fair, you're talking about a few months. And I know I've got customers who are waiting for them. And, you know, I'd rather, from my perspective as a retailer, I would rather send out something that I was confident the customer's going to say this is amazing, rather than send out something that is going to come straight back again with a brick. So I'd say, first of all, hats off to Rapido. It's extremely brave to do that. I must admit, that it takes a hell of a lot of courage, and I take my hat off to them. I think that was very brave. So that's the bad news. The good news is that there's other things that Rapido have in the fires, as always. And as I understand it, the next thing to come over, and fingers crossed there's no problems with these, is the Port of Par China clay locomotives. The really low, I don't know how they drove those. They must have been sort of really crunched up. But anyway, so they're the next ones that are due. And it was going to be a race between the two, so they could even be here for all I know. But anyway, that's the state of play as I understand it from Rapido. Hats off to them. I'm not criticizing them anyway. I think they've done the right thing. Yeah, it's just and then they've got to, yeah, it's a nightmare unpackaging and fixing and repackaging. It's also got to be scheduled into the factory, which has products on the line at the moment. So Rapido really have been very brave doing this. And I think they own the factory, or they've got a very good relationship with the factory, because they wouldn't get away with, some factories, they might just say, oh, we'll fix it when we feel like it, or something like that. But I think Rapido put a lot of work their way for Canada as well. Yeah, absolutely. The onus is on the manufacturer. And, I think, but Rapido could have just gone, oh, we'll send them out anyway and rectify, or, you know what I mean? I think they've done exactly the right thing. And it's costly, it's expensive, it's very, very brave. And I think it speaks volumes. And I think that's good news. Sorry, I keep glancing over because I've got a laptop down here with all the comments. I can't really read here now. I've got the glowing light on. The light. Yes, yes. So yes. So that's the Rapido news. On the Enwins news, oh, we've got lots happening. We've got new products from Mark Holcroft. There's currently on the website, the latest product we've put on is a sheepfold. And I don't think, that's the sort of thing that you'll find anywhere in the countryside. And along with the ruined cottage, that would really, really go well on a farm, if you're doing a country scene. So I think that's another great one by him. We've also recently had the diesel fueling depot, which for all those people with diseasels, so we've got that, and that is available now in 7mm, 00/009 and TT120. So you can refuel your diesels in any of those scales, and all of those should be on the website. If they're not, give us a phone call. You don't have to use the website. Few people have contacted us by phone and apologized. They just don't feel comfortable using the website. Not a problem. Phone us up. The number is on the website or on our adverts in the Railway Modeler. Look us up. Give us a phone call. We're quite happy to deal on the phone. Dealt with somebody on the phone today. We're parceling up his things tomorrow. So yeah, that's no problem at all. But we've got new products coming, and at Gaydon, which is the next show we're doing, we have a new product being launched. We may have two products. One is a Mark Holcroft product, especially for TT120. So if you're a TT120 fan, come over to the Enwins 3D Models stand at Gaydon, and you will see the brand new model. Ask about it. We will show you. If you've got your Monday Club badge on, you get a 10% discount at the Enwin stand. So there's another good reason to go. Plus, you've got the museum, the Motor Museum, and they've got carpets. I mean, a show with carpets. I mean, posh, really posh. So highly recommend Gaydon. We will be there, and I know that there's some really good stuff that's at Gaydon. So obviously you will find more on the YouTube channel. Talking of the YouTube channel, we are going to do these lives every 2 weeks. I'm doing them every 2 weeks because you know, physically I don't know how I'm going to cope with this. It's you know, and now I know I can set it up. Hey, we're away, and I've got a fantastic moderator, so we're often running, and you know, we can build everything up from there. So the next one is a week, 2 weeks today, on the Thursday at 8 p.m. And the subject will be when you've got a railway, a model railway, and you've decided you need to move it because either you've decided you want to start a new layout. Do you break up the old layout, or do you find a new home for it? Because we've got one for sale in order to make way for an exhibition layout. I will not be going to the NEC. The reason is, or gets, and there is a reason for that. And it's not because there's anything wrong with the show. They are fantastic shows. I would love to go to them. But the problem is that if we're setting up, Gaydon is about the limit to what we can do. It's just about as far as I can walk from the car to our stand. You know, the organisers know this, so they don't put us too far. And that means that we, you know, with help to bring stuff to and from the car, I can set up the stand. If we were going to the NEC, much bigger venue, I can't physically get across. Now, when I've got a mobility scooter and we've moved up to a van from a car, maybe I could, but I'm not sure I want to have more than a carload of stuff, because that would justify the van, etc, etc. So it's a big step to go up to that level. So that's why we're not doing those. But anyway, on the YouTube channel, Tuesday we have a new video. There's a new video now, which is posted on Tuesday this week, doing rather well. The Bala model railway exhibition with some footage of the railway as well. And hot news, our layout, Duff Ales. Yeah, I'm going to get a tow hook on the mobility scooter. Seriously, I'm going to create the stand so that everything's in like a big box, a table. I'm going to put casters on it and at one end and wheels at the other. And I'm going to put a tow hook, literally. I'm going to use the mobility scooter to tow it into place. And then we don't need to set up a table. We just need a couple of blokes to help me lift it up and we'll be away. That's the plan in the future. Working on that. Yeah, so we've got the Bala Model Railway exhibition video that went live on Tuesday this week, and Duff Ales, our exhibition layout, has been booked into Bala next year. So there you go, you've got an exclusive. You know, one of the layouts which is going to be at Bala is our little Duff Ales, and we will be there, and I'll be filming it for the YouTube channel as well, so I'll be doing 2 jobs. So Dad'll be doing most of the train driving. I'll be doing most of the train crashing. Next video we're doing is to do with the new product. I have come up with an FPV camera. Now, to those that don't know, it's first person view, and these are used on drones. You know, the racing drones. So you have a camera on the racing drone that is low quality, but that's so that it can send a signal to your goggles or to a little monitor in real time. So there's no time lag, no delay, because when you're flying a drone, you want to be able to see instantly. The reason why I've used these low resolution video cameras on my system is that I can get a signal from the 3D printed holder, which goes into a ordinary Rapido wagon or Daypole or Bachmann or Hornby. Just drop it into the wagon, and it has all the electronics on it. It has the camera, it has the battery, it has the transmitter, all in there. And you basically put that in your wagon, and you get a loco height view of your railway. So you can travel in real time, either with a pair of goggles or with the monitor. We supply with the kit. You get the monitor, you get a bag that you put your LiPo batteries in, which I've got over there, but I can't reach, which we supply your LiPo batteries, we supply your monitor, we supply your camera, we supply your electronics. It's all tested, it all works, it's all linked up. So when you get your kit, you can just literally plug it in, maybe tune the channel slightly to get the perfect signal, and you're away. And you can run it on 00. We're going to do a little 009 tram, which you can actually connect to your monitor, and you can run it live. It's DC, runs on a Kato chassis, but we're doing this little tram that can run, and it's got the camera installed already. And I can also, on a commission basis, not very often, I will turn some away if I'm too busy, but I can actually put a camera inside a diesel because they're big enough to hide all the gubbins inside. You won't see as much because you're looking through a small window, but I can make it so that you're actually in the cab on certain diesels. I can't promise every diesel, so it'll be on a case-by-case basis. But you will be able to buy a kit that fits in a truck for 00 gauge. You'll be able to buy a ready-to-run tram in 009 that runs, which has the FPV kit inside, and we'll be launching that very shortly. So again, keep your eye on the website. A couple of YouTubers are planning to do test features on it, and that will be, hopefully, I'll be launching it at Gaydon. So fingers crossed for that, and we will see you at Gaydon. So there's lots of good reasons to go. We'll also be at Alsager and a few other shows, but the next one, Gaydon, the next two videos, well, the next one is the FPV video. We're doing a build for a customer that's going to be coming on around Christmas time because it is someone's Christmas present, so we don't want to ruin it by preempting that. And also, we'll be doing, a few other little things with the lives. The other thing with the lives is, in the summer, we're now at the point where we're going to start assembling our Garden Railway, 00 Garden Railway. We're going to be putting the FPV kit on some of the wagons, so that as the 9Fs or the Garretts are going around with a huge train, can run them alongside each other and sort of have the FPV camera with the goggles on. You can literally follow the train all the way around the garden from inside the train. The other thing we'll be doing with the lives is we'll be setting up the lives with the trains behind me, not the green screen, the actual Garden Railway. And we'll be running the trains with the live stream going on. So you'll literally have the Garden Railway and big trains going past every so often to liven up the view, whilst we eat a burger. So they're the plans. Yeah, I'll be at Alsager. And looking forward to Alsager. That's another good show that quietly slips under the radar of a lot of people. And trying to think where else we'll be. We're going to be at Rainhill this year, and we're going to be as well. There's a new show to us that we're doing over Rochdale way, but I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. But we are going to be there. Yeah, so it's looking like an exciting couple of months. And yeah, so, and also we've got our own builds through the winter as well. The ever-going modifications to the Duff Ales, and also we're starting a new exhibition layout, which is why I have to sell the other layout, which is the one you'll have seen on the video, on all the review videos. Talking of review videos, one of the reasons I don't do many is because a lot of our railways are sort of in and out, little shunting railways, which is fine for showing shunting. It's not so good for showing a loco running any great distance. You need a loop for that. We haven't got room in the house, and we thought, well, what are we going to do? Well, we've got a whole garden, so we're going to put the loops, 2 loops going round the garden, and it's going to be double O. So when we do a review of a loco, it can run round the big loops. So that's the plan. So yeah, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. And then, so both the lives and reviews will then be in the summer in the garden. We'll also get some extra footage. You know, on a sunny evening, we'll run the trains, have loads of cameras, and we'll put the footage together. So during the winter, we'll be able to show summer trains, if you like, and we've got so many different locos. We're also going to invite other people over. Timber Surf, you're invited, sir. And we're going to have sort of YouTubers over. We're going to invite manufacturers over. Bring your locos, run them on the Garden Railway. We're going to have one HM7000 loop, and we're going to have one DC loop. So literally, you bring your locos, you run your locos, you film your locos, and have a burger. That's what we're going to do. So that's the news. That's the news. And hopefully, although this video, I've sort of run out of steam somewhat, but there is one other thing. There is one other thing as well. We are about 3 subscribers away from 700, but that's not where I want to get. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you're watching this on replay, right, Timber Surf has been very, very kind. He stuck with me through the whole video. That is so kind of him, because everyone else is elsewhere. But if you're looking at this on replay, it doesn't cost you a bean. Please click on the bell. That will sort of, and if you click on the drop downs and click on all, you will be told when new videos from us go live. And that really will help us. It won't cost you a penny. And even better, click on the thumbs up. That tells people like us, because the algorithm will look at what we individually like to watch, and they will give the same video suggestions to people who like the same things we do. So if you give the thumbs up, that tells YouTube that you like this type of videos. People like us will like this kind of video, and they will therefore suggest my videos to people who like models. And another thing as well is if you share this video with friends, we gain an audience, and I want this to be a community. There's some fantastic communities. You've got I forgot how to pronounce them. Is it RGJ? Timber Surf, help me. Is it RGJ or RJG? I can't remember. Anyway, they do a fantastic live, and you've got Jenny on the Monday Club, and I really don't want to tread on anyone's toes, but I'm going to upset somebody, because whenever I do a live, it's going to land on someone's doorstep. Yeah, RGJ, Rob and Grace, they've been fantastic, and they've been really supportive, and I'm really sorry to miss them tonight, but you know, that's my own fault. So give them a follow, give Jenny a follow, give Timber Surf a follow, and yeah, but most of all, if you can give us a subscription, it doesn't cost a penny, get us to 1,000, and then we can initiate all sorts of other things as well. It isn't just about, this isn't about just selling stuff through the website. This is about creating a community channel. This is where we can give advice, or we can, you know, we can give you help with your railway, We can also let other people give you help with your railway. That's what this is for. But also, if you've got questions about products, or you want to see products, this channel we will show the products, and you will see our trade stand at shows. But also, all year round, we have the website. It doesn't cost you anything to pop down and have a look at the website. And also, we will not be upset with you giving us a call and just saying, I'd like a set of walls, or I'd like this big model, or I'd like this little model. Doesn't matter what it is. We're quite happy to talk to you, so absolutely just give us a call. If you're just starting out with railways and you're thinking of doing a layout and you don't know where to start, give us a call, because for one thing, we can make baseboards. We can also supply all the buildings that you might need, the static grass, the trees, bushes, all the foliage. So we can talk to you. You don't have to buy it from us, but by all means, ask us questions at shows, ask us questions on here, especially on here, and also because we've got experienced modelers, that will be watching and will be able to advise you. So, absolutely, please, do that. Yeah, well, how long have we been going? Going 31 minutes. My God, you must be sick of the sound of my voice. So, I think what we'll do is we'll keep this one to about half an hour. There's lots in there. So if you go back to the beginning, we go through the announcement from Rapido. I think that Rapido did exactly the right thing, sending all the filers back to get the faults rectified by the factory, so that when the products are on our doorsteps, they are perfect. And I really, really, really applaud them for that. So that's the first thing we covered. If you go right back to the beginning of the video, I read out their statement, and thumbs up, Rapido. That is the right thing. We applaud you and we support you in that. Certainly I do as a retailer. I'm pleased you made that decision. It makes life a hell of a lot easier, especially if we're dealing with people who haven't heard of Rapido. If I can tell that story, that they are so the detail is so important to them that they will send models back, then that bodes well to people who buy from us, that they're dealing with a good product. So we like that. And the other thing we mentioned is what's coming up on this channel and what's coming up with our products. So it's well worth looking back over this video. Timber Surf, sir, I raise my hat to you. Thank you very, very much for all your help. I think, I don't know, what do you reckon? Should we ramble on for a few more minutes, or should we knock it on the head? When we've got people in, apart from thee and me, we can do a longer live stream. I'm happy to go up to an hour at other times, but I think we'll call this 33 minutes. I think we'll call that a day, because there's another live stream, very popular one, going at the same time. So what we will do is we will wrap things up now, and then at the appropriate time, 8 o'clock, 2 weeks today, that's Thursday, 2 weeks today. So hold on, it's the 2nd, so that'll be the 9th. The week after the 9th is the 16th. We will be here on the 16th, another live stream. If you watch this, there's no excuse not to see that and come back and see us again. And if we get more than 2 people that time, I might even do a third one. So anyway, the subject next time. If you've got a layout, you're no longer using it. It may be that you've put it in the attic. You want to start a new layout. You need the space. Do you tear up the old layout and start again? Or do you try to find a good home for the old layout with someone that maybe doesn't fancy building a layout themselves? That's the question for next week. Obviously, we'll cover other subjects, not next week, fortnight, next live stream. So, Timbersurf, again, thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all your help. I think we will knock it on the head, 35 minutes, and we will go for an hour next time. And fingers crossed, we have a couple more people. Okie doke. Right, thank you very much. Now I've got to work out how to stop it. Oh dear. Oh, the fun, the fun, the fun. Right, let's see. Let's turn the light off. Then I'll be able to see. Whoa. Right. Not entirely sure how to stop it. Help. If anyone knows how to stop this, I'm all for it.